By 15 months, most boys seem to like playing with cars and machines, while most girls seem to prefer playing with dolls and so-called girly toys. But is this down to our genetic makeup, or is this learned behavior? To find out who's boss in the nature versus nurture debate, we're going to conduct a little experiment that puts the nurture argument to the test. Volunteers are each given a toddler to look after. How will the adults react when presented with a boy?
Hello, Caleb. But we've got some toys to play with if you want to play with some toys. Or maybe you want to play with a truck.
This volunteer has given Caleb a truck to play with. But what he doesn't know is that Caleb isn't a boy. She's really a little girl called Kaylee. In fact, when presented with a toddler, all our contributors gave trucks and trains to boys and pink, fluffy toys to girls. What this experiment shows is how likely adults are to gender stereotype, and therefore how easily they can influence young children. But just because adults influence children doesn't necessarily mean that nature doesn't play a role. Here at Woburn Safari Park, a controversial experiment tried to prove that, and it still raises eyebrows today, many years after it was first carried out. Its creator was Dr. Melissa Hines.
Some years ago, I wanted to find out if I could find a group of children who hadn't been socialized to choose different toys and see if they still gravitated towards toys that were for their own sex. And try as I might, I couldn't find such children.
So Dr. Hines had a radical thought. Why not experiment with monkeys? Any preference they show must be down to nature. Keeper Laura helps us illustrate Melissa's experiment by setting out the toys for our unsuspecting monkeys. And it's not long before the nature argument appears to kick in, as Frank, one of the male monkeys, starts to play with the helicopter. And Blondie, a female monkey, walks straight past the truck to play with the doll. Although this is just an illustration, what we've seen closely matches what Dr. Hines discovered.
On the average, the male animals spent more time with the boys' toys than the female animals did, and the female animals spent more time with the girls' toys.
That was brilliant. Now, here's my question, though. I can understand why girl monkeys are going to want to play with dolls and the like, but what is it about things like helicopters, trucks, cars that is so attractive to boy monkeys?
Yeah, good question. Well, if this is part of our evolutionary heritage, then all this would have started before there were any vehicles around, right?
Yeah.
So what scientists think it's down to is that males are attracted to things with moving parts, like mechanical objects, and that they're attracted to motion, basically. And that's why you saw the monkeys there spinning the wheels.
Yeah. But where are we then with the kind of nature-nurture debate? I mean, is there a conclusive evidence either way?
Well, the classic scientific view was nurture. It plays a huge part on your preferences like we saw in the film. But more recent research has shown that nature plays just as big a role. So I'm sorry to sit on the fence with this, but it actually is a very big combination of the two.